Bored in the house because I'm in the house bored. Bored in the house because I'm in the house bored. Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored, and I'm bored in the house and I'm bored in the house. Bored in the house, bored in the house, bored. Give me some. What's up, y'all? It's another episode of QUEENKJDTV, and child, I'm bored, okay? I am bored, and I'm going to take you along with me along my boredom, okay? Quarantine week, I don't know at this point. It's upsetting me and my homegirls, okay? Because I'm tired of it. I'm just now getting tired of it. So I think I did pretty good. What's it been, like 2 months in? March, April, May? About 2 months. 2 months and some, because it probably started like March 10th, April 10th, May 10th, March 10th to April 10th, April 10th to May. So two and almost 3 months in quarantine. And I'm getting tired now. So yeah, I'm gonna take y'all along with me on what I'm gonna do around the house. I've just been doing different things around the house. I have been cleaning, okay? I organized my closet. I did spring cleaning. I organized the refrigerator in the house. Decluttered the fridge. I consolidated different things. Me and my mom, we cleaned out our pantry. We threw away stuff. We reorganized stuff. Did before. Okay. Oof.
There's another wine.
Girl, I'm not throwing your stuff away. Chill out. All right, so here is our finished product. Definitely made some progress. It was a bit of a battle. My mother definitely caught some attitudes. it's that time where she's changing everybody, so
I'm changing everybody, right?
you're changing. You're going through the change of life. Ain't that what you call it?
Well, I'm sweating right now.
And got a little snappy.
I didn't think I got snappy.
Yes, you did.
What do you mean snappy?
Yeah, right. So she's, I don't know what she's doing, y'all. Just have to let her do her thing.
I'm setting up my.
Well, this is the giveaway box now.
Yeah.
Yes. What is this?
So
I made a cake. Okay, and I made homemade fondant, and it was so good.
Why am I like this? Something's
the cake was so moist. What else? I washed my makeup brushes with no problem. I had no attitude about it. I happily wash my makeup brushes. And so now I'm getting ready to go to the store. And look around. Sprouts. Just look around. I don't know. And yeah, so let's go do that.
What is scary is to have a son that's in their early 20s, and like you said, them being prideful and thinking if I do the right thing,
That should be enough. Yeah.
But they have to, and black men have always had, black people have to think 10 times quicker than society.
And consider way more.
Right, and to consider and to be a critical thinker, you know, it's fearful because I have a son that's in his early 20s. I have godsons that's in their 20s. I don't know if Michael in his 20s. But they can, anything can happen. And they can be trying to justify their case, and
Yeah.
it's scary.
It is.
It's scary, Jesus. It's scary.
It is. Did I tell you that? I probably didn't tell you because I didn't want you to worry. But girl, I went, it was years ago. It was me, Reese, and Brianna.
Don't tell me, girl. I can't tell you.
Yeah, nothing bad happened. This is a good of how I had sense. We went on a party bus, and it was a bunch of young black people, and it was this guy's birthday. So you know, it's a whole bunch of young 20-year-olds. So they stop. The party bus pulls over because they thirsty. They want to go to 7-Eleven. Do you know? It's a lot of us on the bus.
Right, and see, you got to think like that. It's too many of us.
So, you know, Reese and Brianna, they going. I said, no, y'all, we should probably stay back. Girl, they went inside that 7-Eleven. And now some of them, they didn't have shirts on. Some of them, you know, pants was sagging. So I'm like, nope, let's not even engage because that's going to be a problem. Girl, as soon as they went in there, probably about 3 minutes later, it was a bunch of police cars that swarmed around there. And granted, they had the right intentions, but they weren't aware of the way that you look. Like, it's like you have to be aware of how the world views you. And that's just, people don't, especially black people and black men, they don't want to do that. But it sucks, but you got to be aware of it. And I'm glad I had enough sense to tell them, hey.
Yeah, you really shouldn't go.
Because, you know, they was like, we going. I'm like, no. And then once they see what happened, they was like, oh. But I guess I wouldn't have learned that. I learned that from my Africana Studies classes in college. So I guess maybe that was a good thing.
He's light-skinned, so, but still. Because if you notice, everybody, the majority of the people that this is happening to
are dark.
Look at the complex of their skin.
They're dark. And his stature. Girl.
Oh. Jesus.
But God is in control, though. He's large and in charge. He know what he's doing. He know what he's doing. Your keys.
I forgot you a scrub. Put that on the camera.
Girl, they know why. They know I need to get my smile.
She's a scrub.
Look at your hair. You too old to be with your hair looking like that.
Girl, I got stuff in the trunk of my car, so make sure you like my car. Stuff that I should take out.
All right, so this is all of my groceries, so I hope I can get it in the house in one trip. Let's see. the things that I have seen from these past few days, everything about George Floyd, has just been very, it's very sad. The events that have taken place are sad. Sadly, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. And I don't know, that may be a whole issue in itself. But I'm like, it makes sense for what the world is. And I just feel like really 2020 is just exposing what the world is. Like, I don't know, I try to keep my personal opinions off of here because I don't take my platform lightly, and I know I have a platform for a reason, and I have the amount of following that I have for a reason. So I don't want to put my own personal opinions on here. But the verse of the day today on the Bible app was like right on time. Ephesians 4:26, be angry and yet do not sin. And so a lot of people are angry, we're scared, we're outraged, we're hurt, and we're acting out in that, in the world. Just to see people acting out in that and to see the photos online, to me, it makes me sad. I don't get proud to see things burning up, or to see people robbing stores and cursing out police officers. And I get it, you're angry, and be angry, you know, but not act out in it. And so I just get sad when I see that. And I'm just like, man, oftentimes I always ask myself, I always am like asking God, how do you feel about this? I always ask God that. Sometimes, I don't know, I feel like I may be too considerate of God. I don't even know if that makes any sense. But sometimes I do, and I feel like God be like, girl, live your life. Like, quit worrying about me. But I'm like, God, like, are you looking down on what's going on and how we're responding to this? Are you looking down at it, and are you proud? I know that you don't stand for injustice, but are you proud of the way that things are going? So it just honestly pushes me into a place of prayer. And last night I just began to pray that God will raise up people and raise up officers who are really able to serve and protect those that they are called to, those communities. And there's no way that you can protect someone that you're afraid of. And we all know that Black people, Black men are a threat because people are afraid of us. And so I just began to pray of like, God, raise up those people and those people who are in those spaces and in places where they don't belong. Expose them and remove them swiftly, because I don't want to get into it. I don't like to get into politics. Because a lot of people have different opinions, and I'm not saying that my opinion is right, but as a Christian woman, as someone who has a relationship with God, those were the things that I just began to pray for last night, of like, you know, and give us peace. And I know that your justice reigns, and just because they hate us don't mean we hate them. Like the Bible even tells us, like, you know, we overcome things with love. We don't overcome things with anger. And I get it, people are frustrated because it's like, yo, we've tried the peaceful protest, we've tried everything, and it's not working. A lot of people agree with the looting and the setting things on fire and the cussing out random police. I'm like, it's a lot of pressure right now. Like, let's just be real. It's a lot of pressure to be Black. It's a lot of pressure to be white. It's a lot of pressure to be a police officer. It's just a lot of pressure right now to be these things, because for white people, I've seen a whole bunch of posts talking about, oh, well, pay attention to your Christian leaders who have not spoke up about the issue, or I'm paying attention to my friends who are silent. Maybe they're silent, not all of them, but some of them. Grace to me says, I don't know, maybe I'm just different, but I'm just like, maybe people are silent because they don't know what to say. Maybe they don't know. And it doesn't mean that they don't care, but maybe they're overwhelmed too. I'm just like, it's a lot of pressure. I'm thinking about the policemen who have to go out and still serve and protect, and go out to these protests. And I think about their family members And I'm like thinking like, man, I wonder if my dad or my brother or somebody or my mom was a police officer, I would be afraid, because I know that they have to go out to these protests, and I know that these people are angry and they're talking to them and they're treating them bad and they're trying to provoke them. Like I think about all of that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I think about everybody, and I just feel like you don't see that on social media. I've seen a lot of posts where people are like, pay attention to your friends who aren't saying anything, pay attention to the white Christian leaders who aren't speaking up on this issue. And it's just creating even pressure for them. It's pressure to be a leader. It's pressure right now to be in any type of leadership role. And it's just like, you guys are putting pressure on these people, and now I just feel like people are posting just to post, just so people will shut up. And to me, I'm not looking for that. I don't look for actions. To me, I look at people's hearts, and a person can make a post and post something about what happened and their heart still not be pure for the situation. And it's just like, I'm just so tired of saying, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with the way that people are going about this situation. And I just wonder, I'm like, God, do you agree with this? Like, you look at people's hearts. You judge people's hearts. I believe that God shows me people's hearts. And just because a person makes a post does not mean that they are for the culture. Just because somebody is standing outside, I done seen that video with people standing outside of the protest. It was like white people standing outside in front of the black people. Beautiful. But to me, it's just like, that don't show me your heart. A person can treat you so good. I got a dude right now, not like in my life, but I know a guy whose actions are on point, on paper, do everything right, but his heart is wicked. Same thing. Y'all doing everything right. You want these people to make posts, and these people are out here at the protest, but their heart is still wicked. It does nothing. Reveal hearts, God. Show hearts. Everybody is angry, and they're promoting anger, and they're making you think that it is okay. But it's just like, man, when you get to that place of prayer and in that place of quiet time with God, he'll ground you and he'll remind you of things. So that's just, I don't know. I have a lot of different views on it. And I was even talking to somebody who is very significant in my life. And I was just asking him, you know, like, as a black man, how does this make you feel? Like, what's going on? And he was like, you know, I was like, are you afraid? Like, you know, he was like, I'm angry. I'm not afraid because I know that I'm covered by the blood. And, you know, if something happens to me, I know where I'm going. I know where I'll be spending eternity. But he said, at least I know that if I die in that way, that it will spark change for the culture in the right direction. And I was like, okay, I agree with that. And then I had to stop and say, I was just like, wow, like, so I hope that you don't die in that way. And the fact that you even have to consider that being a way that you die is sad. But how can you not consider it? And if we be honest, it's just the way that black people have to think, and it just is what it is. And I get it, it's not right, but the fact that he as a black man has to even consider that that's a way of him dying, and other ethnicities don't have to consider that that's a way that they die, that was sad to me. And it's normal. It's normal to him, because in a sense, just because something is normal don't mean it's right. Period. It's so many things that the world has normalized that ain't right, okay? And that's a whole other video, because we can get into a lot, but I'm not even going, that's a whole other video. But it doesn't take away the fact that that's a possibility, and that right there made me sad and concerned. I've been praying to God that he raises people up who can really serve and protect our communities. It's only been one time where I felt actually protected, where I felt like the police actually did their job and I felt protected by one. Other times I'm afraid of them because I'm afraid of what they're going to do to me, and I'm afraid of them because in a sense I'm a threat to them. They don't understand me or my culture. And I'm just like, why would you send people to go protect a community that they don't even understand? They didn't live in it. So I just began to pray that God, you know, dude, send people in the communities where they can identify with it, where they understand. And not to say that you let people get away with anything, but the police were supposed to be set in place to serve and protect. And they're supposed to serve us. We're not supposed to serve them. And I just pray that we get to the root of that. I pray that God restores the criminal justice system to the way that he designed and the way that he's seen it to be. Not the way that America, because we know America was built on racism. America was built to benefit the white man. Period. I done took classes. I done seen it. I done lived through it. So I've just been praying for God to restore the system to the way, not the way it was, but to the way that he designed it to be. That's all for this episode of QUEENKJD TV. I hope y'all enjoy. It was a little lighter this week because I haven't really been doing much. So I hope by next week I can have something more fun for y'all. But thank you. It's the 3rd episode. And if you made it this far, thanks, sis. And yeah, I will see y'all next episode on Sunday at 2 p.m. Just a little reminder, I do go live in the comment, like I premiere my video, and if you come on at 2 p.m. it premieres and we watch it live together, and I'm in the comment section and I'm commenting and I'm talking to all 3 of y'all. So hopefully we can get more people. So come and join me next Sunday at 2 p.m. okay, set your alarm and come watch and comment with me because we watch it live, and you get to interact with everyone who's watching. So it's like a little watch party. So continue to stay safe, continue to social distance, continue to abide by the laws of the land, continue to pray, like pray, love on your loved ones, and cast your cares and your anger and your worry and your frustrations. They're real, but cast them into the Lord. Not onto social media. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm sick of seeing it. I'm like, yo, these people need to get journals. Let me get y'all some journals because y'all need to know, should I post this or should I write this in my journal? You need to write it in your journal. Head over to my blog at kiaradiaries.queenkjd.com. The link is also in the description box to catch blog content from me, where I just blog about different things about womanhood and different things that I've been going through. Follow me on all social platforms at QUEENKJD.